Welcome back to the channel. There is an ultimate question when it comes to the adventure travel. What is the best adventure luggage setup? Which one will give you most of the value and which one just gonna be completely waste of money? And for this video review, I have 5 systems in front of me, from just over 100 bucks all the way up to 2000. And I've tested them all, so you don't have to. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will have a pretty good idea on how much you want to spend on your next adventure luggage setup. All the gear I'm showing today are products that I've personally used or tested myself. They are just my own experience and opinions, not a professional advice. I'll leave a link to everything in the description if you want to check out more detail or pricing. Some of them are affiliate links, which means I may earn a small commission if you make a purchase, and that helps support the channel at no actual cost to you. So let's start with the cheapest system on the list. This one is a MOTOWOLF saddlebag system. You can probably get this one from AliExpress for about 110. This sounds like a great price and is exactly the reason why I got this system from the beginning. But I stopped using them after just 2 trips, and I'll tell you the reason. As far as for the design, it's as simple as you will get. You have some very basic straps, 4 mounting point for the dry bags. If you're looking inside, the space is actually quite generous. The shape makes it really easy to pack, and there's a plastic panel at the bottom to help hold its shape. With this 40-liter dry bag on top, in total you are getting 100 liters of the luggage space with a fraction of the money you would spend on a proper luggage setup. Those materials are made from PVC, which is quite common for a dry bag in this kind of price point. They are actually quite durable, although my only concern would be the sharp rocks and road abrasion if ever the bike goes down. But here is the problems. Although it does look like a rackless system, but you do need a rack to mount this one correctly. Taking my 450 MT as example, this bag is basically rest on my exhaust. Without a luggage rack, the bag will melt on my exhaust. The bag itself will move around while you're riding, it will shift the front and the back. I had to use the extra strap to properly mount the bike on my DR, but still, those bags bouncing around when the road got bumpy. There's nothing on the supporting panel, you got no place to mount your dry bags. So overall, I just don't think this one is a great place to start. I probably just avoid those. The next one is my Rhinowalk side bag with the universal base. You can usually find it on sale for around 190, and I've used this one on my multiple trips, including a 3,000 km ride out to the outback. The idea here is simple. You will have a base mount to your bike, and then you attach different size dry bag onto it. You can mix and match different size, starting with 8 liter all the way up to 30. With a decent tail bag, it can easily get up to 100 liter of storage if you want. The bikes are made from PVC, very similar to the MOTOWOLF. They are waterproof, true to size, and have more straps to keep everything secured. I found one of the best things about this system is the versatility. You can customize for different bikes, different trips, and even use parts in different positions. And for the 450 MT, I just using the passenger foot pack as a supporting bracket. But that versatility also comes with a cost. It is very complicated. My normal process is to mount the base first, then thread straps through loops, then tighten everything down. But keeping the bags from moving takes a lot of effort, and dealing with all that actual straps is honestly a pain. And once it's mounted, you'll probably just leave it on the bike because taking it off is such a hassle. Hotel and daily unpacking can be awkward, and with more moving parts, there are more chance of things come loose. So overall, it's a solid option for lightweight adventure travel. What you are paying here is for the function rather than the refinement. It works well, but I probably won't recommend it as the first setup. Now, there are 2 honorable mentions. First is the Dririder touring panniers. Believe it or not, I'm actually starting with my adventure riding with those set up for the first couple of months. They are not waterproof, but it comes with rain cover. It has been 8 years since I got those pair, and I'm surprised they are still on sale on some of the website. I think this style is starting to feel outdated. They are a better luggage system now and on the similar price point. You should avoid those if you can. Another honorable mention is Rhinowalk again. Waterproof, decent capacity, and they keep the weight low and central, which is a great for off-road riding. You are probably running into someone using them as they are getting very popular. And the downside is the same. They has to be mounted on the bike as there are no quick removal. And you will still have the issue the bikes will lose their shape when they are not full, and all those losing straps. Now, let's step things up a little bit. What I have here is the Westwind Moto Ranger Wild 40 system. At around $600, this is where you're starting to see some nice feature. I've been using this one for the last riding season, and you've probably seen this bike a lot in my last camping trip. My personal experience are very positive. There are lots of things to like here. First, the design is just a little bit more refined. It's easier to mount. You can remove the inner bag for packing, and the material feels much stronger, both for waterproofing and abrasion resistant. I've put this through a lot and it holds up very well. My current setup is having 20 liters on each side, plus this 30-liter tail bag which I just added into my collection. Overall, it gives me 7 liters of the total luggage space, which is plenty. I have a separate video for test and review of this system. Click link here if you want to have a look. There are oversized buckle, MOLLE panel, better strap management system, and a lot of mounting point. They are versatile, they are functional, and honestly, I think they look great. However, it's still not the perfect. I found the narrow design can make it a little bit awkward when packing bulky stuff. The MOLLE panel is there, but it's got blocked by all the different straps. It's not the easiest way to get access to. If I have to choose again, I'll probably go for the larger Ranger 80-liter setup. Not only you will get a larger side bag, the 30-liter tail bag actually comes standard with it. But overall, I think this setup still sits in the sweet point between the price and the performance. Alright, now let's really spend some money. At around $1,700, this is the legendary Mosko Moto Rackless system. What you are getting here is the full setup. You have 25-liter drag bag on each side, a 22-liter tail bag, plus 2 aux pouches which give you total 80-liter. There are outer harnesses that hold everything together and allow you to remove the drag bag once you're off the bike. And the functionality is on next level. You have MOLLE panel almost everywhere, give you tons of the mounting option. And the tail section is really well designed. I put my tripod in here, but you can put actual ring gear, jacket, anything you wanted. And the material is seriously high-end, and even the smaller detail like the mounting plate and the quick release system. All these smaller improvements make you really appreciate the thought and design behind the whole brand. And this exactly setup has been dropped and crushed in our Outback trip, and it's still going strong. But all of that comes with a price. Personally, I can't afford it. I can't justify myself of owning this setup. And this one is belong to my dear friend Nixon, who is kindly enough to lend this one to me for making this video. This is, in my opinion, the ultimate Rackless system, only if you can afford it. Put the price aside, the other downside is the weight. This full 80-liter setup comes at 6.8 kg, and that's before you put anything inside of it. And with this much of a space, it's very easy to overpack. So what's my conclusion? Well, Rhinowalk is a great place to start, especially if you are new to motorcycle travel. It's affordable, have good quality, and it gives you enough time to figure out what you actually need for your luggage setup. Mosko Moto is for the hardcore rider who is chasing for the best of the best. It's for people who is after the maximum durability, maximum functionality, and willing to pay for it. But if you are mostly doing touring on the pavement or only travel once or twice a year, this is probably an overkill. And the Westwind Moto sits right in the middle. Good price, high quality, and really practical setup. It's also what I'm currently using right now, and it will probably stay with me even when I'm changing bikes. And finally, try to avoid the cheapest option. They are cheap for a reason, and most likely you will end up replacing them in the near future anyway. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you found this one useful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.